Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Great League team featuring Whimsicott. I wanted to try the Fairy Wind. A lot of others have tried it already. And I tried it, and the first thing I noticed was like, this thing hits really, really hard. I was very surprised by it. And then I was looking up stats, and I'm like, it's kind of a middle of the road. So I was like, first thing I did, let me just bring it up here. So first thing I did, I'm like, so I started with Galvantula on the man. I'm like, okay, Galvantula is like the heaviest hitter I know, 135. Okay, like that's a substantial rating. I'm like, Swampert hits pretty hard. 121. Okay, we're getting closer. And then I'm like, okay, let's go to some of the other like main Pokemon that are there, that are in the Great League. And it's like Registeel, 93. Galarian Stunfisk, 100. Lantern, 103. Noctowl, 104. So as you can see, like 116.7 is 16.9 is quite substantial. And that's what I noticed. Like in some of these matchups where it's just like you're throwing like a neutral hitting grass knot, it does so much damage. So that was really, really cool to use. Paired with Umbreon and Swampert, you need something for flyers, you kind of need something for steel. That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of weaknesses here, right? So steel's a rough one, flying is a rough one. So I used Swampert for the steals, and I used Umbreon just because like it was such a great safe spot before. I wanted to just kind of test it again. Cause I think I could kind of deal with like almost everything, quite honestly. So Shadow Swampert throwing the resisted Hydro Cannons, but again, I've played the Trevenant matchup with Shadow Swampert, and it is it always hits for like 50% with the Shadow. It's just so attack heavy, so that's fine. I'm still going to take Switch here. They're fighting hard to lose the 2 shield here, but that's okay. Maybe that's their plan, is to just get me down and take this back line here. So I don't know what's in the back yet, but we'll see. So this will definitely one shot. Goodbye. Out comes a steal. So I have 2 options. I could just stay in here, which I think so I banked the move. Okay, I was about to say, you have 2 options here. You either go immediately into something else, or you just stand there so you can get this, because I'm assuming they're going to have an answer for Swampert here. Yeah. Well, it's not an amazing answer. It's an okay answer. But that's fine. So I will chip this a bunch. And they're going to have to throw out. I remember this. They don't throw, and I get to another Earthquake. So that takes them out. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I have Umbreon, which can take for sure 1 Focus Blast. So let's just come in here and see how much chip damage I can do with these foul plays before I get hit with a Focus Blast. So obviously they're going to need 2 Focus Blasts to take me out. So that's fine. I can chip, probably get at least 1 more foul play off, and then it's going to be on Whimsicott to see how much these Grass Knots could do. So I throw this one. I may throw the second one too, or I may try and bank it and come in here and throw the Grass Knot. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, immediately come in here and hit the Grass Knot. I'm like, okay, let's just see how much this does. And again, this is resisted, and I'm like, that's not insignificant, right? Like that puts it easily within foul play range. So it's not like amazing by any means necessary, but that was kind of just like, yeah, I'll take that resisted Grass Knot for sure. And a lot of I think I have a Stunfisk matchup probably coming up in here. Like those Grass Knots hit pretty well against Stunfisk too. So I was pretty happy with that. Decent lead here. Like I could probably just go straight Grass Knot because these, yeah, I will just go straight Grass Knot. They're going to build up the resort. They may bait, shield and bait, and then throw a double, because these Shadow Claws are adding up. That's the only thing I noticed. It is a bit glassy, but you trade that off with how hard it can hit. So I call the foul play, bait. That does not take me out, but back-to-back will here. I'm going to shield because I have a move, and I think that this will take, for sure will take it out. So this will take it out. Did they shield this if I remember? And I still take it? Yeah, because I'm pretty spammy. So now I get to the third one, so I just took them out with shield advantage. So thank you, Whimsicott, for doing your part there. Hits that super effective. Registeel comes in. This is why you cover your Registeel weakness. And yeah, it looks like I got them countered in the back pretty hard. Jellicent, decent matchup. Out comes a walrein. I'm like, okay, let's just hit this for super effective here. Grab a shield, and then I'll probably come in Umbreon. The thing is, like, Umbreon has such a good matchup against... Oh, so they let it go. But look at that. Like, that is... And I know it's only Seed Bomb that Trevenant throws, but Seed Bomb does like 50%. And just to like hit that for so much damage is great. I'm just farming down because I know like I can take anything. That's the thing with Umbreon. Umbreon's so tanky. If they come Jellicent, it's gonna be super effective here. And it is a fairy. So just looking to chip here. And is a shadow fairy at that. So that is okay. I'm gonna have to throw, what's my play? They're letting this go, which is interesting. At this point, I'm probably just gonna come farm all the way. Shield and farm? Yeah. I think I just shield this farm, have at least one earthquake coming out, and I'm coming here right away because I think I can force shield and I think I can get this in earthquake range. Because they're gonna definitely shield these grass knots. Do I shield back? I do shield back. It is a shadow ball, so that's a good shield. These fairy winds, again, it's more faster generating, but these fairy winds, I've noticed that they don't do nothing, right? Like these fairy winds have chipped a ton here. That is now in earthquake range. So shadow ball will take me out. That's fine. I got 2 moves off. I just gotta make sure they don't try and catch. Shadow ball will not take me out. Surf will definitely not take me out. I gotta worry about the catch. There's the attempt of a catch. We'll have the earthquake coming out here. The hex goes through, but I think the fairy wind did enough damage to put this in earthquake range. And it did. Look at that, right? So coming through in the clutch there. Bastion, this is a tough lead. I stay in here. Do I stay in here just to throw the grass knot? Because I just want to see how much it does. And the problem is Bastion just so tanky, right? So it's still only going to do like 25, 30%, which is not insignificant. And then I catch a move here. So that's like that grass knot is not insignificant. Catch a flamethrower. It is a Metachamp. Oh, and I'm pretty sure there is a Shadow Vic in the back. So this is just a hard counter team. Not much I can do here. The weakness with this team is, so you saw some good leads and then it's tough on the switch here. You also have a bit of trouble with, I switched to walrein. You're going to see in the next battle. This is a loss, but then the next battle is a win with walrein. And I'm trying to remember why I switched out Umbreon into walrein. I think it was probably because of Noctowl. Because you lose Whimsicott hard with Noctowl, and then you lose Swampert pretty hard with Noctowl, and Umbreon doesn't do anything. So I think I wanted an answer to Noctowl, because I already have 2 answers basically to Lantern, right? Whimsicott and Swampert will both deal with Lantern, so you basically just need an answer for Noctowl. And that is why I switched into walrein in this matchup here. Registeel comes in, hit it here. So it should be okay overall. But yeah, that is the team. Again, really hard hitting Pokemon. It's really surprising how hard it hit. Low glassy. Take some good matchups against obviously Sableye stuff that you do well against. Altaria comes in, and now I got a fairy and I got a ice here. So I'll probably just come in the fairy. Even though ice is double super effective here. Yeah, I think I come in here just because I know the Dragon Breaths are resisted and I don't want to show them my second Pokemon yet. Skytack will do super effective, so I'm going to have to shield here. And I don't know what's in the back yet. I was about to say, I remember a Galarian Stunfisk matchup and I was like, let's chip this because I know my walrein can deal with that. Here we go. Like, that is like 40% grass knots here. Chipping the heck out of this Galarian Stunfisk. So they have to shield. They're going to have to throw a rock because I'm grass, so Earthquake is resisted. 1 rock slide. It's going to be close to whether 2 can take me out here, but I'll get to a third move, and this is going to, again, chip them pretty low to look at that. Like, between the Fairy Winds and 2 Grass Knots, I will take out this Galarian Stunfisk unless I throw, right? And that is a pretty strong showing right there for Whimsicott. So I think in neutral situations, it does great. I shield this because this is the only move that's really going to hurt compared to the moves here. And then I can just basically farm or double throw here. So great in neutral situations. You just got to watch out for like things that outbulk you like Bastiodon. You got to watch out for Flyers and Noctowl. I mean, there's not a ton of fire in this meta right now, but you cover that with that. Steals is the main one that you need to watch because Registeel is just going to wall you. So I think pairing with Swampert is good, and then something for Noctowl in the middle. Yeah, that's it. That's Whimsicott. pretty strong. Would definitely use it again. I don't think it's a meta breaker in any sense, but you know, it easily handles Lantern, handles a few others in the mid game there. Do well against like Metachamp Sableye. Hit, as you saw for the Galarian Stunfisk, hit pretty well. Just gotta watch out for like Registeel and Lantern. Not Lantern, Registeel and Noctowl, which are, and Bastiodon, which are absolutely everywhere in Great League, right? So that is the only problem with the Pokemon. Anyways, that is it. Appreciate you watching. Have a good weekend. I'm posting this on Saturday, so if you're doing the raids, good luck. I'm gonna see, because I live in the suburbs, so it's very easy for me to remote raid people in, but I cannot do that for these elite raids this weekend. So I don't know. Some people online have said it is doable. Doable? You can do it with 2 people, which would, if they have like level 40s and stuff like that. So my main account is my account has like level 50 Mamoswine now, and it has level 50 Dragonite and stuff like that. So if I could just get like 1 person, and you can do it with 2, hopefully. Maybe I'll do a couple just to get it on my decks, but I don't think it's going to be any sort of meta relevant at all. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.